Good morning and welcome to another short devotional for Morristown Baptist Church and also Black Rock Baptist Church. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 32 is our focus verse today, and we're going to talk about real forgiveness. Forgiveness is not a term that can casually be just thrown around, making everyone instantly feel better. That's not forgiveness. The Bible says there are four characteristics to real forgiveness. First of all, forgiveness is remembering how much you've been forgiven. Ephesians 4:32, Ephesians chapter 4 verse 32 says, "Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other just as Christ has forgiven you." That's the starting point for genuine forgiveness. If you don't feel forgiven yourself, you probably won't want to forgive anyone else. If you're hard on yourself, you're going to be hard on others. But the more grace you receive from God, the more gracious you're going to be with others. The more you receive God's forgiveness, the more forgiving you will be toward others. Secondly, forgiveness is relinquishing your right to get even. The Bible says in the Living Bible paraphrase from Romans 12:19, "Never avenge yourselves, leave that to God, for he has said that he will repay those who deserve it." Life's not fair, but one day God's going to settle the score. He's going to right the wrongs. So who's better at getting justice, you or God? Number three, forgiveness is responding to evil with good. The Bible says in Luke chapter 6 verse 27, "Do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who mistreat you." How can you tell when you've really forgiven someone? When you can look at that person's hurt, not just your own, and pray for God to bless them. You might ask, how can I possibly forgive other people? They really hurt me. Only the love of God can help you do something like that. It's why we must fill our life with God's love. And then finally, forgiveness is repeating the process as long as necessary. Peter came to him and asked, "Lord, how often should I forgive someone who sins against me? 7 times?" "No, not 7 times," Jesus replied, "but 70 times. 70 times 7. Jewish law said you had to forgive a person 3 times. Peter thought he was doing really well, and he doubled it and threw in one more for good measure. But Jesus said, no, go even further than that with your forgiveness. How long do you have to keep forgiving someone? Until the pain stops and the desire to get revenge goes away. In other words, as long as it takes. God bless. Have a wonderful day, and until we meet again, let's continue to exchange prayers daily.